This evening, carnage on the Rupert Craig Highway as a motorist severely injures a girl and kills a young boy. Granger expects a fair fight with the AFC during local government elections. Durban Street man killed in row over a cigarette. A profanity-laced video of a traffic stop may land one local attorney in water. In the region, 2 Bajans busted in Florida with over 100 pounds of narcotics. And international, Zimbabwe launches crowdfunding campaign for cholera outbreak.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Friday, September 14th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. A profanity-laced video of a routine traffic stop on the East Coast could be described as anything but routine.
My name is Ryan Crawford. You tell them whoever you tell them, attorney of law. You hear me? You tell them I say so. You got to who you tell them. You stopped me illegally on the road, man. I didn't do anything wrong.
You say now you're not going to produce your driver's license?
I don't give a.
The video, which went viral on social media, shows attorney-at-law Ryan Crawford engaged in an almost 4-minute tirade with an unnamed rank of the Guyana police force over the reason for the traffic stop. While the video has garnered both praise and scorn from persons on social media, it has stoked the anger of the commander of C Division, Senior Superintendent Calvin Brutus. According to the Guyana Chronicle, an investigation has been launched into the video. As of news time, the lawyer nor the Guyana Bar Association has commented on the matter. Following a fight over a cigarette, a well-known Durban Street resident is left dead and his friend in police custody. Esther Sobers tells us more of this tragic tale in this report.
A young man's life was senselessly snuffed out after an argument over a cigarette. 22-year-old Roger Allen, a resident of Durban Street Lodge, was allegedly stabbed multiple times by his friend Matthew Parks. The deadly altercation reportedly occurred last evening at around 5 p.m. near Durban and Chapel Streets. Many friends and family members of the deceased were in a state of shock to hear of his death. His stepmother, Lauren Allen, is still in a state of disbelief.
It left me shocked every minute to look around thinking he's going to come. He bicycle park here. He used to walk at what walk to couple man. He's still walking there, you know. I can't even tell you. The thing left me shaky. It left me nervous. He's just 22. Just 22. Oh. You get images of the house. I can't tell you nothing more because I didn't there. All I doing is hearing. That's all I doing, hearing. I can't tell you what really go on. Then people wrong, sir, mostly could tell you.
Dozens of police officers were conducting their investigation at the crime scene as villagers and friends of the late Allen gathered to mourn. In fact, a friend of both Allen and Parks, who wanted to conceal her identity, spoke of what she saw.
And I saw Andrew Parks' son. The deceased turned to me before he died. He said, rescue me, call the ambulance, take me to the hospital, I'm bleeding to death. I then saw the womb as yet till I get close. When I get close is when he reach up on my knees, them step. I said, what happened to you? He said, Andrew Parks' son just gave me 2 stabs. Take me to the hospital, save my life. I went. I get 2 cars. I said, whichever car when I left you, I get to, I take you to the hospital. While I taking him to the hospital, he requests for water. I said, I can't give you water. When I overheard my friend get stabbed and I gave her water, she dies. He turned to me, where is my girlfriend, which is my niece? I said, she's at home. She's going to get the news. I'm taking you to the hospital. He turned and said, when you reach, I don't want no police, sir. I said, police have to implicate because it's a attempt murder. He turned to me, he's going to get to the man. I said, you don't worry, that police is implicated into this story.
Allen was taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital where he underwent emergency surgery, but later succumbed to his injuries. Unfortunately, the altercation has left everyone devastated in the community, including the father of the alleged perpetrator, Andrew Parks.
I spoke to both of them all the time, pertaining to violence, crime, you know. My son too. I spoke to him, I spoke to Roger. But the message I'm trying to send out to these youths in Guyana, stop being hot-blooded and learn to love each other. It should have me that far. Roger and my son, like brothers, they make jokes all the time. I don't know what transpired.
Parks was also injured in the scuffle. He was treated and discharged. However, he is currently in police custody and is assisting with investigations. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The U.S. may soon have a new ambassador to Guyana. On Thursday, the White House announced on its website President Donald Trump's intention to nominate Maryland resident Sarah Ann Lynch for the position of Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the United States of America to the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. According to the release, Sarah Ann Lynch is a career member of the Senior Foreign Service with the United States Agency for International Development, also known as USAID. Since 2015, she has been Senior Deputy Assistant Administrator and Acting Assistant Administrator of USAID's Bureau of Latin America and the Caribbean. Prior to that, she worked extensively for the USAID in the Middle East. Lynch has served as an American diplomat since 1993. If Congress accepts her nomination, she would begin serving in the capacity following the end of the tour for the current ambassador to Guyana, Perry Holloway. The local government elections are in November, and already the battle lines have been drawn. Despite having decided to campaign separately, Chairman of the APNU, President David Granger, expects no conflict between the two major factions of the coalition government. Reporting from today's APNU press conference, here is Wendell Jeffrey.
The APNU launched their local government elections campaign today at the PNC headquarters at Congress Place, Sophia. There was a strong showing of unity from that coalition. There were representatives from all the coalition's members, except, of course, the AFC. President David Granger, the coalition's chairperson, acknowledged some of the representatives present, noting that the APNU's members are all on board for the upcoming local government elections.
Mr. Chandran Sharma is here from the Justice for All party, and we have support from the Guyana Action Party, the National Front Alliance, and the WP. All of the parties are involved. All of the APNU parties, of which there are 5, are involved in the campaign.
The AFC has signaled that they will be competing the elections alone. The president briefly addressed that issue.
The positions that AFC put collided with some of the principles that the APNU adhered to. And in the final analysis, the AFC made a decision, which we respect, that it should go on its own.
Asked today by Channel 2 Headline News how that will affect the APNU's chances, Granger said this.
We do not feel that it would affect the APNU's chances. We will continue to campaign among the various constituencies and municipalities. But the very nature of local government elections is that the people themselves will decide. So I have no problem with the AFC's position. We are still members of the coalition. I don't think it will jeopardize the integrity of the coalition in any way.
When asked if there is an established MOU between the two factions, President Granger said no.
I don't think there is any record of my having attacked the Alliance for Change in any matter. And there is no MOU. As far as I'm concerned, the AFC has every right to campaign on its own in these local government elections. I pointed out that we have 2 different positions, and the AFC understands our position. We understand the AFC's position. And we have decided to go our own ways.
Despite the absence of an MOU, Granger expects no hostility between the individual factions.
There is no MOU, and I don't anticipate that there is going to be any hostility between the 2 sides.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. When we come back from the break, Minister Bolkin dismisses PPPC's lawsuit as political ploy, and an errand ends in tragedy for one family in Ogle. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
Fresh ingredients in Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger-licking boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe, bringing back the good old days.
The night you have been waiting for is finally here. Heavenly Light Mako presents Tasha Cobbs and her band live in concert. Now on the 14th of September at the National Stadium, 18:30 hours. Redeemers Band, All Women Worship Band, Sean Sobers, Sean English, the Minion Dancers, and many, many more. It's Tasha Cobbs and her band live at the National Stadium in Guyana. Tickets $2,000. Come experience the presence of the Lord as we worship the King together.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
'Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to hide. Waste a day and spend the night. Me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your.
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
This is what shopping used to be. More plastic bags than I could carry. Or I could use. They always end up in the bin. Or as unsightly litter. Then it hit me. Get just one reusable bag. Now, whenever I shop, I don't use plastic bags. I always have my reusable bag. It makes shopping a lot easier, and it's better for the environment.
Use one less disposable plastic bag. Make the switch to a reusable bag today. For more information, please call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome back. Today is Education Day 2018, being held under the theme Education for a Good Life Through Innovation and STEAMs. STEAMs being an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Agriculture, Mathematics, and Spirituality and Sports. Minister of Education Nicolette Henry gave a statement to mark the occasion. Minister Henry touted the interventions of the ministry and expressed confidence in our nation's students, saying, quote, "Over the last year, the ministry and the education departments across all levels of the education sector have created and implemented numerous policies, interventions, training programs, and initiatives to rebuild the education sector with a key focus on reducing the disparity between hinterland and rural areas with the coastal regions. On this auspicious day, we recognize and celebrate our students. We pay tribute to them across Guyana. These future leaders have worked hard to absorb their lessons with renewed enthusiasm and tangible results." Earlier this month, representatives of the People's Progressive Party Civic filed a lawsuit against Minister of Communities Ronald Bolkin. While the case is currently in court, Minister Bolkin dismisses the lawsuit's accusations as merely a plot to delay local government elections. Wendell Jeffrey has more in this report.
The short answer is no. We are not unduly concerned about the court action that has been filed by Ms. Shadiq on behalf of the PPPC. the co-abduction was served on me 2 days ago, and I was required to be in court today.
Today, at the launch of the APNU's local government elections campaign, Minister of Communities with responsibility for local government, Ronald Balkan, suggested that the PPP's legal challenge against his action was merely a political ploy and that his lawyers are in court representing him.
I believe the main accusation or allegation that is being leveled against us is that not that I've acted unlawfully, but rather that I've acted undemocratically. Attorneys are in court today to represent me in this particular action.
Balkan said that he believes that the lawsuit is designed to once again stymie the advancement of local government election and deny some folks their democratic rights.
That we believe is designed to delay or deny citizens in a few selected areas from enjoying their democratic right.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Guyanese-born Valley Stream resident Kwesi Bovo was arrested on September 6 and charged with multiple counts of wire fraud after allegedly embezzling $3.5 million during his 3-year tenure as chief financial officer of a New York-based real estate firm, Mulholland Group, LLC. According to the federal court for the Eastern District of New York, Boval is accused of having transferred more than $3.5 million from accounts belonging to the Mulholland Group to his own Southgate Holding LLC account. According to one attorney familiar with the case, Boval used the money to purchase 2 properties and an apartment in Manhattan and to fund a lavish lifestyle. The government began its investigation after Mulholland officials complained of irregularities in Boval's use of the company's Platinum American Express card from January to June of this year, including some $145,000 in expenditures for personal items. Today, he faced a pretrial hearing, after which he was returned to police custody. As CFO, Boval had signature authority to use multiple company accounts. Mulholland is a real estate firm with properties in New York, Arizona, Florida, Texas, and Virginia. With a now dead son and a daughter barely clinging to life, one family in Ogle, East Coast Demerara is trying to pick up the pieces after tragedy struck. Here is Esther Sobers with more.
Last night, the parents of 6-year-old Sunil Sugnandan and his sister, 17-year-old Vanessa Sugnandan, sent them on a simple errand to the store. Unfortunately, the 2 of them never reached home again. A vehicle speeding down the Rupert Craig Highway struck Sunil dead and left his sister in a critical condition. Traces of their blood still baking under the hot sun and white spray paint outlined the spot where the tragic accident occurred, obliquely opposite the Shell gas station. The children who lived a short distance away were loved and missed in their small fishing village. This morning, the remaining 4 siblings stayed home from school, the wounds still too fresh in their minds. Nonetheless, the elder sibling, Devika Sugnandan, spoke to Headline News.
He run go with the gal at the shop. He went to the shop with the gal and then when the car came out from the gas station, he ended up and the car hit them.
You were at the scene, you were on the road when the bodies were on the road?
I didn't have to see how he come out. She ended up and she did by the hospital.
Who's in your wife?
Sunil. He dead. No, I didn't know nothing.
The female driver, whose name has not been released, is currently in police custody assisting with investigations. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Thanks, Esther. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, we bring you your regional and international headlines of the day. And a photo has gone viral, but this time for all the right reasons. But first, here's this week's Bridge Retraction schedule, sponsored by Forbes Vulcanizing Shop, located at 248 Duncan Street, Newtown, Georgetown.
fresh ingredients and Creole foods at the Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Finger licking, boil and fry, meats cooked to perfection. No MSG added. We cater for vegetarians too. Breakfast and lunch available fresh Mondays through Fridays. We open 7 a.m. Get coffee, Milo, or our famous power porridge, filled with a blend of indigenous barks, natural fruit juices. Catering services and delivery available. Call 231-4343. Located at 16 Access Road, Kingston. The Cottage Restaurant and Cafe. Bringing back the good old days.
93.1 Real FM. It's your favorite station for the best music from then to now.
Cause girls like you run around with guys like me to sides. Waste a day and spend the night. Tell me, are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside us. Simple things, them are your blessings, a blessing. Simple things are your...
Every day, all day for real music, real people, and real vibes. Come on! 93.1 Real FM.
Real FM.
The people's choice.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient. You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile. Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.ui. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
The night you have been waiting for is finally here. Heavenly Light Mako presents Tasha Cobbs and her band live in concert. Now on the 14th of September at the National Stadium, 18:30 hours. Redeemers Band, All Women Worship Band, Sean Sobers, Sean English, Dominion Dancers, and many, many more. It's Tasha Cobbs and her band live at the National Stadium in Guyana. Tickets $2,000. Come experience the presence of the Lord as we worship the King together.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go. Welcome back. New York news agency Pix11 reports that an off-duty New York City correction officer was shot and killed following a road rage incident with a motorcyclist in Queens. Police reports indicate that at about 1:50 a.m. on Friday, 27-year-old Jonathan Narain was shot in the head inside his car while he was at the traffic light in the corner of 103rd Avenue and 120th Street in South Richmond Hill, Queens, New York. Investigation revealed Narain was employed at Rikers Island Jail for about 2 years. He was on his way to work when he stopped at a local store for food. Following the stop, he had 2 encounters with an unknown man on a motorcycle, authorities said. During the second encounter, the motorcyclist pulled up to Narain's vehicle and shot him once in the side of the head. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Now here's Bibi Bacchus with the regional and international headlines of the day. Today's regional and international news is sponsored by Top Notch Auto Sales. Top Notch Auto Sales, located at 145 Regent Road, Georgetown.
In the region, 2 Bajan men vacationing in Florida were arrested following a drug bust at the Dana Beach Hotel. 33-year-old Dyson Benskin and 34-year-old Calvin Brathwaite are facing drug charges, which include trafficking. Hotel staff complained about a strong odor coming from the perpetrator's room. Broward Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to the scene and found nearly 100 pounds of marijuana inside. And in international news, Zimbabwe has launched a crowdfunding campaign to deal with the outbreak of cholera that has so far killed 25 people, mostly in the capital, Harare. Zimbabwe's newly appointed finance minister, Mitsuli Nkobe, has appealed on Twitter, sharing a mobile payment account number. The current outbreak began on the 6th of September after water wells were contaminated with sewage in Harare. Tests found the presence of cholera and typhoid causing bacteria, which has so far infected over 3,000 people. In 2008, a cholera outbreak killed nearly 4,000 people and at least 100 fell ill. A state of emergency has been declared and public gatherings banned in Harare to prevent the spread of that infection. And finally, Chinese officials have pushed back against growing criticism of the detention of Muslim minorities in internment camps, claiming authorities are merely providing professional training and education. 2 former detainees of the re-education camp told The Guardian that they were forced to learn Mandarin Chinese, sing patriotic songs, and study Chinese Communist Party doctrine. Both said they were not taught any vocational skills. According to a Human Rights Watch report on Monday, former detainees described being denied food, being shackled or forced to stand for 24 hours, and being subjected to solitary confinement and sleep deprivation. Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. Now here's your 3-day weather forecast. And wrapping up the newscast, we bring you a photograph that has gone viral on social media. Facebook user Winola Liverpool shared a photo on Thursday of a mother and son hard at work. Liverpool posted the photo with the caption, "Homework can be done anytime, anywhere, so don't come with the excuses." We'd like for you to caption this photo as well. Log on to our Facebook page and leave a comment. We also encourage you to submit a photo of your own. If we like it, your photo will be featured on our newscast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast, and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed weekend.